Good morning, everybody. Good morning. What a gorgeous day here in Winston-Salem, and so glad that you're here as we share this special time here at Winston Lake Park. I'm Alan Joins, Mayor of Winston-Salem, and we really like being elected officials when we get to do things like this. We're joined again by another elected official, Councilmember Barbara Burke, as well. This is phase 2 of improvements that have been going on here in Winston Lake Park. Just as we came in, you saw the splash park and the aquatic center named after Marva Reed, who's sitting here on the front row here. So we did that a few years ago, and then we came in with phase 2, which was another $5 million of investments. The first phase was roughly $5 million as well. So we're beginning to bring this wonderful facility up to current standards and create a lot more amenities and ways that our citizens can enjoy this. Certainly want to thank our Recreation and Parks Department, William Royster, Director, and Leah, Friend, who's Assistant Director here for their work in making this happen. This project was designed by the Steel Group, and it was built by Hodgins contractors. They're representing them in the back there. I saw them earlier, so we thank them for the great job, Matthew Ryder, there with Steel. And I guess most of all, I want to thank the citizens of Winston-Salem because they did approve bonds back in 2018 that allowed us to do a lot of projects and improvements all across the city. Bonds are one way, or one of the main ways that we are able to do capital projects, general obligation bonds, and they have to be approved by the voters, and you all approved those back in 2018. Let me just pause just for a moment and introduce, in fact, we have Mayor Pro Tem Denise Adams you'll hear from in just a moment. Councilmember Barbara Burke, as I mentioned her, from the Northeast Ward. Councilmember Annette Scippio, whose ward we are in, and you'll hear from her, and Councilmember Kevin Mundy from the Southwest Ward. We're delighted to have them with us as well. And again, thank you all for being here as we celebrate this wonderful addition to Winston Lake Park. Let me now bring up our Mayor Pro Tem, Denise Adams, for some remarks, and then following the entertainment that she's going to introduce, Councilmember Annette Scippio will come up and make remarks.
Thank you, Mayor Jones. Good morning. This is just great when we get to celebrate good things in Winston-Salem and all things possible. Winston Lake, for some of us that grew up on this side of town, we used to eat our Sunday dinners here, Marva, you remember? You all that remember your mom and daddy would fill up the old pickle jar with grape Kool-Aid and lemons, and they would put the chicken in a shoebox, and they would bring the tater salad and the green beans, and we would eat out under these trees along this area here. And it would be cars and black families just for miles that you could see around this lake. There would be fishing all around this lake. If you wanted good bass and crappie, you would fish at Winston Lake. I do want everyone to understand that this makes my heart very full for the councilwoman, Scippio. And I want you to also know, as the mayor said, that this would not have been possible without your vote. And I know you don't like voting on tax increases, and you all have heard me say before that what do you get if you do nothing? You got to spend some money if you're going to get something. If we're going to enhance the quality of life here in Winston-Salem, we got to cash in, people. Greensboro, Charlotte, Durham, Wake, and them are moving. They're on the move. And they don't think twice about telling their citizens like we did with you with the 14 bonds and the 18 bonds. I told the mayor and the council, the past representative of the ward, Councilmember Derwin Montgomery is back there. I said, if you tell the people what you're going to give them and you give them what you say you're going to do, they will support you going forward. So you didn't just help us in 14 provide some better things and amenities for the city of Winston-Salem. You did it again in 18, and we did it again in some other areas in the city. But we're hoping that you keep in mind when you see this beautiful facility that we got some more things coming down the track that we're going to ask you for. So, and with that, again, good morning. I hope the kids, adults, those of you that don't fish, I fish. You need to go down there and let the sportsmen and all of them club teach you and your children, if they've never been an angler, how to fish. Fresh fish is definitely different than fish from the fish market. I'm not throwing no shade, but it is. I am now going to bring up the arts-based school for some great entertainment. Would you give these young people a hand who are out here this morning? Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are the arts-based school. I'm Mary Siebert, the arts director, and here's Mary Boudreau, our music director. What you see before you is 36 fourth graders who can't wait to start beating on those drums. They've been doing a fantastic job being quiet, the hardest job for a kid. And they will be playing, first they're going to play funk cuckoo, right? Yeah. Traditional African rhythm cuckoo, and then they're going to move into funga alafia, which has Nigerian lyrics that mean welcome friends in good spirit. And from there to the Ziggy Marley song, Give a Little Love. So please give a hand to our fourth graders. While we're getting ready for the next song, I want to mention this is the 20th anniversary of the Arts-Based School, which is a public charter school downtown. And some great news, we are opening a second campus this fall in the Happy Hill neighborhood in the old Diggs School, which has been used for storage recently, and we're going to bring it back to life in the fall.
Let's give another applause for our wonderful arts-based school students. I'm really not sure how many of you grew up when arts were part of our school curriculum and it made a difference. Well, I was fortunate to grow up when you started music and drama and band, all of that, in around 4th grade. And that was one of the best outlets for developing young people to be able to go into music and theater. It was a real important part of our development. It's a little disheartening that our public school system no longer invests as seriously as it had in the past. But I'm so privileged to be the council person for the East Ward, where the arts-based school lives and thrives. And their new location will also be in the East Ward at Happy Hill, in the wonderful Diggs Elementary School, where I used to be a student also. So things go around in circles, but things don't always die. And we're so happy that the arts are prevailing, definitely in the arts-based school. And I thank you so much, all of our wonderful young people who came out today to give us a taste of just what you're learning. It's just a little taste, but it certainly is excellent. It's just excellent. And thank you for all the parents who got up to bring them here to open up this part. One of the things that we have to always remember is that we can do marvelous things together. Unity is the heart of community, and we must continue at every step to do that. This particular facility came about because of people working together, sharing ideas. So I want to first give honor to the former elected officials on the city council who were advocates for this to happen. And it started with former council member Jocelyn Johnson, who worked very hard to try to get this on the plan. And then we had council member Derek Montgomery, who's back in the back, who was a great advocate for moving this forward with our bonds. So today we are sitting here enjoying this wonderful space. I want to call your attention to the back of our program that gives the history for this sacred soil. Around 1952, it became a park for African Americans during segregation. 450 acres were designated for this space, and it includes our 18-hole golf course, which is right up the hill. And I want you to know about that because it's important as well. We need you to continue to come out, enjoy this park, come to the golf course, play some rounds. Thank you, Mr. Mayor. We need that. As a community, we are all welcome in our spaces. We must enjoy them, we must use them, and we must celebrate and honor the past on which we are now sitting. We're so happy today that we also have the Winston-Salem Sportsman's Club out there on the pier, and they're here to teach anyone who wants to know about fishing, particularly kids. But there are some adults who said, I never learned, and I want to do that. So as soon as we finish the ribbon cutting, feel free to go out. And if you're so inspired to touch worms and whatever other stuff they're doing.
Come on,
I don't know, but try it. And then I want to encourage you and recommend that at 11 o'clock, right through those woods is a football field that's part of Winston Lake Park, and we're having our second annual, hopefully annual, Flight Festival. We haven't had it in 2 years because of COVID, but we have a beautiful day today, And the first 200 people get kites to fly, if you're so fortunate to be among that. And there are rockets that have been made, and the kids and adults can launch a rocket. They're made out of paper. And I'm going to give a commercial for the mixer, which is in the East Ward on Martin Luther King. So you can go there and do all kinds of things. And so they are providing the rockets and the launching for us today. The police department will be there to showcase their drones. You know, the city of Winston-Salem has a lot of wonderful things. Equipment, key people. They have some stuff we can't talk about publicly. But the police department has some real cool gear. And so they're sharing their drone technology with us today. So we hope you go out, and all things that fly are being celebrated at the Flight Festival. And so there are a few surprises over there. So go spend the day from 11 to 1. They'll be out there. So I thank you so much, and I do want to recognize our city staff that's here. We have some wonderful, excellent staff. Our management, our city manager is next to none, Mr. Lee Garrity. Raise your hand. He keeps us all abreast and does wonderful things for us as a council member. And I see Ben Rao, he's an assistant city manager. Are there any others that I'm missing? I see Assistant Chief Weaver. Thank you. He's a top notch. We just have excellent people at the city of Winston-Salem. And I want you to know that they are always there for you. If you have a need, they're there. You can call them. They're accessible. As we are, the city council, we are very accessible. We love to hear your concerns. Right?
That was a concern.
That was a concern. So please reach out for good things and bad things as well. We love to get you engaged because we're only as good as you allow us to be by giving us your concerns. And with that, I welcome comments from our other council members. Ms. Burke, would you like to have comments?
Yes, thank you. Good morning, everyone. I want to say thank you, thank you. It's because of you, our citizens, that we're able to enjoy these upgrades today. We're able to cut the ribbon. And like Mayor Pro Tem said, and Councilmember Scippio said, this was, for me, a destination location the entire time I was growing up. I spent a lot of time at the swimming pool, and on Sunday, I spent a lot of time down here with my friends and everybody else in high school. I see Travonia shaking her head. Every other high school student down here. This lake was packed. You couldn't even get a car through. So this has been a destination location for this community, for this city for years, and I am so proud of the upgrades and all that has been done with your money. So thank you. Congratulations, Councilmember Scipio. Congratulations, Durham Montgomery and Joycelyn Johnson, for your vision for upgrading and making this possible. Thank you.
I didn't live in Winston-Salem when I was young, so I never came out here as a youngster. But I did bring several nonprofit groups out here. It's been a number of years, and it looked nothing like this. And I thought Councilmember Scipio was my friend because I needed a place to bring a special group a few weeks ago, and I wanted to bring them here. And she said, no, no, no. Not until the public ribbon cutting and unveiling. And now I understand why she wanted to keep this under wraps, because it is so beautiful. It's nice for us all to see it at the same time on such a beautiful day. I echo the thanks of all my fellow council members to you voters, because if you didn't give us the option to build and to better and to improve our city through bonds, we just couldn't provide beautiful spaces like this. So enjoy it today, continue to enjoy it, come often, and we thank you so much.
Thank you, council members. William Royston is the director of the Parks and Recreation Department, and unfortunately, he could not be here today, but we're very fortunate to have with us the assistant director, Leah, is going to come up and make some remarks, and then we're going to move into the ribbon cutting right after that, but council member Scippio is going to come back with one other statement after Leah.
Good morning. Good morning, Mayor, Mayor Pro Tem, and council members, and citizens of Winston-Salem. Thank you guys for coming out. We are very excited to have this location open again. It has been a long time, and as council members were saying, a lot of changes have happened out here. We have this beautiful pier behind us that you can go fish on, a walking trail, 3 new picnic shelters. We've added additional parking and a restroom out here. So at the end of this, I encourage you guys to go explore, go look around. Also come see us up at the Flight Festival at 11 o'clock. So, plugged it for you. Thank you, guys.
Right before the ribbon cutting, I just want to encourage anyone who actually experienced this park growing up prior to this renovation. The African American Heritage Initiative members are here. We want to record your memories. This is our history, and we must capture it while you are living. Once you go, we don't have your memories. So please take time, sign up. We'll be doing recordings right back there under that banner right after the ribbon cutting. Thank you.
Thank you, Councilmember. And we were introducing staff earlier. Down on the pier is Assistant Chief Penn, who's with the Sportsman Club, who's helping them in the red shirt down there, as Dee Dee said. So again, thank you all for being here, and I'd ask the program participants to come up here, and we'll cut the ribbon.
1, 2,